Hello everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel. So let's explore the new more thing in SAP S/4HANA Sourcing and Procurement. Today we are going to be exploring source to pay cycle in a Fiori application. So in a source to pay cycle, first transaction is our purchase requisition. In SAP S/4HANA, for every transaction, SAP has given the Fiori tiles. So today we are going to be executing end-to-end source to pay cycle in a Fiori application. So first transaction, that is your purchase requisition, SAP has given the Fiori tile for that purchase requisition is create purchase requisition in advance. Already we have discussed how to customize our home page for your Fiori tiles. So for that, please watch the previous recordings on the YouTube. So today, let's explore much on this source to pay cycle here. So let's go and try to create the purchase requisition by using the Fiori tile, that is the create purchase requisition advance. So here we have already favorited all the tiles as per the requirement. So let's go and try to create the purchase requisition by using the Fiori tile. So just double click on the Fiori tile for the purchase requisition, which is your first transaction in your source to pay cycle. So here, first of all, we can just select the standard document type for the purchase requisition. Then we can go for the material. So for our plant, that is GIP1, we have defined where we have the list of the material. So we have the requirement for the SKF bearing. So we are going to be creating one purchase requisition here for the 100 quantity. Then we can enter the plant and storage location here, which are already we are defined. After that, system asking for the requisition, who wants the material. After entering that, we just click on the check. So here we are getting the message like that there is no any issue. So this purchase requisition is a error free. So we are able to save the purchase requisition in a Fiori tile. Okay, suppose this is the Fiori screen for the create purchase requisition. We have selected the material, quantity, plant, storage location, and about requisitioner name here. Okay, automatically all the details will be flow or come into the picture. Okay, so we can try to save this purchase requisition here. Click on the save. As we have click on the save, so we have getting the purchase requisition number here. So by copying this purchase requisition number, we can customize. We can go to convert this purchase requisition into the purchase order. Suppose already we have purchased this material before that, so it's not required to create RFQ. So we can go with the flow, purchase requisition first, purchase order, then purchase order, then we can go with the goods receipt, and finally we can go with the invoice verification. Okay, purchase requisition done. The next step is your what? That is our purchase order. To convert this purchase requisition into the purchase order. So we can exit right now from the purchase requisition screen. Again, for the purchase order into the Fiori, we have the Fiori tile for the purchase order is a create purchase order advance. Okay, in the flow, we have the Fiori tiles here. So click on the create purchase order advance. If you can open up, then system will be give you the screen to create the purchase order. So here we can select the supplier. As every one of you know, in S/4HANA, we have the supplier master. Instead of the vendor, we are using the supplier. Okay, so for our GIP1, we have the supplier master here. So we can select the New Bombay Engineering, from where we can purchase that bearing. Okay, then we can go with the document overview on. There we can search our purchase requisition. Okay, so we can go click on the my purchase requisition. Here we can get the open list for my purchase requisition. Oh, this is our recently created purchase requisition. Okay, so click on the purchase requisition number and then press on the adopt. As we click on the adopt, we'll getting the all the inputs from the purchase requisition. Click on the document overview off, then we require to enter the price of that bearing. So we can enter the gross price, that is 250 rupees per bearing. We have entered the price. Okay, this is the Fiori tile for the create the purchase order. Here we have converted that purchase requisition into the purchase order into the Fiori tile. So just click on the check. There is no any error. So this is we can able to save the purchase order. Click on the save. The purchase order will be the created. So we can just copy the PO number, because after purchase order, the next step is what? To receive the material, that is the goods receipt here. So we can exit the EO screen. Then we can go for the next Fiori tile for the goods receipt. So here in HANA, for the goods receipt, SAP has given the Fiori tile called as a post goods movement. Here it's the only one Fiori tile where we can manage the every movements into the single Fiori tile here. Okay, so double click on the post goods movement here, where we can get the option to post the GR with respect to the purchase order. So here we can just post our, we can enter the PO number. So goods with respect to the purchase order, we can just copy. So here we are able to receive the material with respect to the purchase order. Click on the item, okay. Then click on the check. So it's showing like that. Document is okay. So we are able to post the goods receipt here. So click on the post. As we click on the post, the material will be the posted. So stock will be the updated into the SAP. If you want to display, go to the display option, enter the material document number, and here we'll get to know the material which we have received here. Okay, suppose if you want to check the stock of the material which you have posted the GR, again for that SAP has given the one Fiori app for that to check the stock of the material. So come back from the GR screen, we can click on the exit. So for to stock check into the Fiori, we have the app called as a display stock overview. So double click on that display stock overview, then enter the material number and the plant. Our plant is GIP1. Okay, just enter it. After executing that, we will be able to see the stock of that material in. Have the different Fiori apps for the each and every transaction into the SAP. Right now, suppose if we want to display the our purchase order, so go to the our source to pay. Already we have done this favorite. So here, if we want to display our purchase order, so for that also again we have the app called as a display purchase order. Double click on that, we are able to get the recently created purchase order here. Suppose here the purchase order history will be updated, okay, as per our GR. Next step is your what? In the source to pay cycle, the last step is to verify the invoice. Okay, so we can just copy the PO number for verifying the invoice. Okay, so into the HANA Fiori, SAP has given the app called as a create supplier invoice. Before that, into the ECC, we are using the T code, that is the Miro. But here in the Fiori, we are using the Fiori tiles to verify the invoice, that is create supplier invoice advance. So click on that, create supplier invoice advance. Then we can enter the company code here. After entering the company code, we can select the date here. Today's date we can select for the invoice. Then we need to enter the purchase order number here. After entering the purchase order number, we need to be balance the amount. After balancing amount, we need to be select the baseline date here for the payment. Then click on the simulate. As we click on the simulate, okay, here this is the amount which will be paid off to this new Bombay engineering. Here we are just going to be verify the invoice. We are not clearing the payment part for the supplier here. Okay, so here this is the Fiori tile for the verifying the invoice. Let's check. Click on the message. Okay, not an issue. This is just a warning. So we can just click on the post. So like this here, from start to end, we have completed our source to pay cycle into the Fiori app. Like that, we have the different Fiori apps for each and every transaction into the SAP S/4HANA. So here today we have done with the source to pay. In next session, we can explore much Fiori apps regarding to the sourcing and procurement. So please watch, follow, share, and subscribe this YouTube channel. If you want to learn more about SAP modules, please follow our YouTube channel. Please visit our website, that is www.taxskills.com. Thank you.